It's best not
Yeah.
to.
It just seems like a nice thing to say, like, how you doing?
It does,
Or,
but
"Hey,
then
what's
people
up?"
ask me that all day at work, and I go, I'm doing terribly. Anyway, I was going to ask you about that thing. Like, I tell them honestly.
And they're affronted, aren't they? They're like,
Yeah, it really
I had no
bugs
idea.
them because they're like,
Yeah.
you're an asshole. Don't do that.
All right, we're
I wasn't
recording.
asking how you were doing.
We're recording, so this should be part of the show.
No,
This is
it
good
shouldn't.
stuff.
It's enough of it already. Last one is 2 fucking hours of us sitting there trying to get our shit together to start the show.
We'll just start it then.
Okay, we'll start it.
Move over, Swanson. I'm driving.
Welcome back to the Movie Hole, starring your friends from the Caddyshack Minute. We are here to discuss more about A Christmas Story. Because you love it. Because it's the Christmas season and we love Christmas. And so do you.
Yep.
You know who else loves Christmas? Mike DeMaria. You love Christmas, right, Mike?
Yeah, I always loved Christmas until... I still love Christmas, even though it depresses me at the same time. But I love it, but I get depressed.
Same.
I understand.
It's like a... It's like the best...
You're
it's
not
like,
alone.
No, it's like two extremes. It's almost like a high. You know? Oh, look at the twinkling lights. Love Christmas, but oh, here's the darkness. The Christmas noose begins to tighten.
You can't have Christmas without the Christmas news.
Oh, what's that? That's the noose.
Dan, how tight is your Christmas noose? Dan,
As
Dan
tight
Lewis
as your
over here.
movie hole, you big tall ogre goon.
Ew. Gross.
Oh,
How do you know how tight my movie hole is?
just the way you walk, the way you talk. You know, that's a
Get your calipers
that's a
out.
movie
reason-
hole.
yeah.
That's shut to a singularity.
Guy can't wear jeans.
Yeah,
In about a week, I'll have a diamond.
guy can't wear jeans, only wears khakis.
Would you say singularity?
Yeah,
What isn't that? Isn't that the Ray Kurzweil? The singularity,
well, I was talking about the black hole.
the melding of man and machine.
The black hole of the movie hole.
Right.
That's what we're experiencing right now. What we're doing is the black hole of the movie hole.
Yeah.
We're just kind of aimlessly wandering.
So
in
where
people's
do we
ears.
leave off in our intrepid story of?
We left off.
We're not doing
I'm glad you asked, Dan.
We're not doing
Give some
bookends
focus to
anymore.
this
We're
thing.
just doing a launching.
No,
point,
but
right?
we're going through this chronologically, and we left off with Ralphie discovering the evils of Little Orphan Annie decoder rings. And he
Little
starts to drink his
Orphan
Ovaltine.
Annie.
And then his son of a bitch. And his brother Randy came in, hiked down his trousers, and then we were cut to some stewed cabbage, stewed red cabbage in the kitchen.
It's great.
Little Orphan Annie, yeah. And his dad's down in the boiler room dealing with the boiler, which is not going well. We're getting a lot of Monday noodles, a lot of Sackenfrottens and Fragger-Tackers.
He has a bad boiler.
He does.
That's what we
as we all
always
do.
call a stomachache. Was a bad boiler.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
What's the matter with you? I got a bad boiler.
Lead to a case of the trots.
Furnace in there.
Little orphan.
And the mom, she's hearing all the. This is very weird, and the Eugene Shepard comments on it that it's like the next. I forget what he says.
Major ward.
Goes down in the annals of Hauser Street or whatever. She's going to water her plants and she breaks the leg lamp.
Yeah.
And I'm still sort of unclear on. She feigns innocence and oh no, I broke the thing and it was an accident. But do we
He
fully
meant to
believe
do
that
it.
it was an accident or do we care?
Oh, that's not even something to discuss. It's right over the top. It was. She meant to do it. She was jealous of it. Jealous.
They leave
Because
it
you know why?
just
So.
like I agree with Mike here that that's what happened, but they leave it just vague enough to like. It's a great little thing about like a relationship. Like they have to trust each other, so they.
Yeah, that's true.
It's one of those things where she's at liberty to do that, and she can pull that, that emergency lever if she really needs to, and that she knows she will definitely get away with it.
And you know why she was
She
jealous
does.
of it?
Her innocent story is really sincere. It seems very believable and legitimate.
Do you know why she's jealous
Why
of
did
it?
So yeah,
Why is she jealous?
why?
Because it's a major award.
It is.
Yeah, not because it's a sexy leg, which might be the first thought.
No,
But really,
the
it's
major
because it's a
award.
major award.
The major
I
award.
want that one, no one, no one.
Hot damn, it's
Tonight,
coming
tonight.
Hot
You
damn
hate it because I won. That's what he says to her.
Yeah.
Not a finger.
Not a finger.
No, speaking of major awards, I stopped using American Airlines a long time ago.
Okay.
So I haven't been racking up any miles on there. And I keep getting these "you're so close" emails. You're so close to your award. Your award.
Just 2 more trips to India and you're there.
No, it's not even. It's because I switched to United because that's the preferred of my job, and so I had a bunch of miles on American Airlines, but I bought a bunch of tickets for my sister, so I have 4,000 miles left, which is nothing, right? But it says you're so close. Your award miles 4,400, and a one-way flight award, a major award, is 7,000 miles. So what do I do?
Uh-oh.
What do I do?
How far
7,000
are you away
miles,
again?
only a couple thousand miles. It's not like I only have a few thousand miles in here left over, but I'm only a couple thousand miles away from a major award, which is a one.
And what do you get when you get the major award? What's the actual major award?
A one-way flight award, one-way ticket.
Okay.
Paradise.
Wow. To anywhere?
Well, it's within reason. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But do I just leave it there? 4,000 miles. I have
That's
4,000
how they get
miles,
you.
so I got to say, okay, am I going to get back on American and do a,
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere anymore.
You're selling your soul a little bit.
Yeah, why don't you come out to the West Coast again? It's been a few years here. Come on, man.
Well, if I come out there, I'm going to use flight miles to get out there.
Well, yeah.
Because
I'll fly you back. How's that?
No, because I've already come to grips with the fact that I'm not going to really ever be able to just splurge on tickets for myself.
Yeah.
So I'm just racking up as many. Because on United, I have I have over 100,000 miles just sitting there.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's not nothing.
no, I mean that's
I'll
a
get
lot.
a ticket out here, and then you're one trip out here away from me flying you back for free.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to do that. I'm just racking up because I know that for the rest of my existence, I'm just going to be redeeming these miles to get to places.
It's always kind of bugged me how the miles aren't like a mile. It just bugs me for
Yeah, why
like,
do they don't call them miles?
If you're going to get into that as the unit of currency, then you gotta at least have a relationship, a direct relationship with miles instead, because then you just be able to figure out. You're like, I have this many miles, and it's this far to Cleveland, and I'm going to use this many miles to get there. And instead, it's like
No, it's nothing.
how much you spend and all this crap, and they're still calling it miles, like it's friggin' camel bucks or something.
And there's no quote unquote miles to miles ratio. There's you can't figure it out.
No, there is
You
none.
can't be like, oh, I have 500 miles, I can do this.
No.
No,
Yeah.
you get the tote bag for
no
500
way.
miles.
Well, you know what
Get an umbrella.
I can get a tote bag for? Guess what today it is?
Chris, what?
No, if I'm talking tote bags,
Okay.
the NPR
PBS,
it's the NPR pledge drive. But it
NPR
started
pledge
last
Oh,
week.
nice.
But it started last week, and I thought I was done. And then I turned on the
man.
car this morning. They're still rambling on. Is it good? Are they going into
sorry,
into a
Mike.
2-week pledge drive?
Yeah, I don't like the.
No. So you know what?
pledge
Let's turn this into a listener's whole membership drive. Go ask one or
Okay.
two of your
Okay.
friends. Everybody with the sound of my voice.
Hey.
I want everybody to ask one and get one new subscriber.
Yes.
drive. Yeah. Before
Yeah.
we get back to the movie,
It'll be like
I'll
Fight
just say to
Club.
you, Tom, I really like doing this show. I think it's a good show. And
Well, sure.
it's not easy to do the show. We can't. We
No.
get together. You think it's easy. You think we just sit down and do the show. But in fact, it takes a lot of work. There's a lot of people involved. A lot of behind the scenes people.
We do have a lot of fun, but it is a lot of work.
Absolutely.
And our content
A lot
costs
of
money.
hours, a lot of planning.
And that content costs money, and we do have to pay the bills.
That's right.
I like to
and
bring
sometimes,
on-
all it takes.
Yes.
We know times are tough. We know it's the holiday season. A lot of spending is already going on. But you know what you do?
What?
You don't spend the time. You go right over to iTunes. You what do they say? Subscribe, rate, and review. You subscribe to the show. We show up in your ears automatically every week. By golly, you give us 5 stars.
Yeah.
That's the rating part. And you review us. You write a few little nice words. Oh my gosh, those guys at the movie hole, they make my life worth living. I was about to kill myself, and then I changed my
Hey,
mind.
let's
when I
not
was listening
joke
to
about
them
that.
Talk
Yeah.
about Ralphie
Hear what I said?
sticking his thing in the thing.
And we've
See what I
hear
said?
you.
Don't joke about that. Don't joke about mental illness.
It is not funny. You're
Just
right.
because we've covered this
It
in
was in
many
quotes when I
episodes.
said
Tom and his well-adjusted upbringing and Norman Rockwell-ish, extended family and right
All
in
right,
front of
lighten
their
up.
to go
family.
nuts.
All right, take.
I don't
Lighten
need
up.
Okay, let me rephrase that.
What?
I'll
Lighten up,
maim
Francis.
myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll meme myself. I was just about to kick my dog. No, what can I say? I don't know. I'll forget it. But no, you know what you do? It's, honestly, for the love of God, go over to iTunes. You rate, subscribe, review.
Yeah.
Just say, hey, I love these guys. They're great. They make my life worth living.
Mm-hmm.
Or don't.
You know, I feel connected to
Or
them.
don't. Give your honest opinion.
In fact, we're 10 5-star reviews away from our goal on 5-star reviews.
Yes.
And if we get to that goal, we can end the pledge drive and get back to the content that you know and love.
Yeah,
that's right.
Without interruption.
Without interruption,
we'll just
and not
sit here,
making fun of mental illness at all.
Which I think is completely wrong and in bad taste.
Oh, come on.
What, to make fun of mental health?
Yes.
I would never make direct fun of mental
it's not-
health, but I think the phrase "I was going to kill myself" is vague
idiom.
and
Yeah.
it's an idiom. Thank you.
Right.
Yeah, it's a catch-all sort of phrase of things are going nuts.
Yeah, also,
I
you
just
can't
wanted
say
to
nuts.
kill myself, but then I heard about you can't say nuts.
Yeah.
Why don't you go fix
You
your
can't say
face?
lame.
Why don't you go fix
You
your
can't say
face,
gay.
and then it'll be old.
And then it'll be nuts. All right.
All right, let's get back to the movie here.
All right. We're just going to assume that those 5-star reviews have come in, and we'll get on with
Now,
the show.
thinking about what was the name of this family again? The Turners? Oh,
Oh,
Jesus,
Parker.
I don't even
Coopers?
know.
Coopers? Parkers.
Parker?
Parkers, okay.
Is it Ralphie
So
Parker, isn't it?
Oh,
yeah,
sure.
you're right.
Ralphie Parker. Sounds right.
Yeah. Now, do you view this family as pretty well adjusted, even though that it's kind of hectic and crazy, chaotic?
Yeah, I
but it's
think-
kind of a
yeah.
fun. It's a
I kind of
It's
do.
balanced.
kind of a
It's-
fun,
it's-
chaotic. Yeah.
Yeah. It's meant to be
Yeah.
like average overall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the dad is very over the top but
in
he's
a
over
fun
the top
way.
and nuts and driven, but not in like a scary
No,
way.
not at all.
And there are plenty of times where he like just sort of, like there's an aside to his son that's just sort of like, light and
Well, I think you could
nice
just.
and
I
normal.
think you can also point to the fact that the author wrote this story as like a great memory,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it was well adjusted. He's he probably has a bunch of his grandkids around now, and he's
Yeah. Well, he became an
everything
author.
is, everything is fantastic.
On a finger.
Not a finger. I want that to be a direct quote from his life. That his dad just couldn't figure out what to yell at his wife and just yelled, "Not a finger."
Aaron McGavin is just the best. I mean, he's amazing.
He's really
The
awesome.
way he takes the now broken leg from her, and like the way he looks at her while he holds it, like you ever touch this again, and then
Cradles it.
yeah,
Yeah.
He was good in the. He was good in
He's
the.
so hurt.
He was good in the natural too.
Yeah. He's good in
so
everything.
good.
Yeah, you're a
love him
loser.
in
Yeah.
Natural.
You're a loser.
Yeah,
You're a loser.
I think
He
you
was
got
good
$10.
in Happy Gilmore. What?
I think he covers his eye.
Happy Gilmore.
Sure. I kind of like that movie.
Oh,
Who was it? Who was he in that movie?
He was the dad. Is Happy? Wait, Happy? No, not Happy Gilmore. Or maybe
No, it is
Billy Madison.
Billy Madison.
oh, one
that's
of
right.
those.
That's the one where he goes to
movies.
school again. Okay, yeah, that was he was the dad in that.
Yeah.
You hear taps playing as he realizes he can't glue the leg back together.
Yeah.
She sits there with him the whole time, just silently as he glues the leg back together, or tries to. That's either touching or sad. I can't tell.
I don't think she's happy that she did it, but she did it.
Yeah. That is weird. I mean, she must have known, like, assuming that even that she did it, even if she didn't, like, set out to, like, I'm going to go break the lamp because I hate the lamp. Even if she was just sort of like, well, I'm not going to be too careful about not breaking the lamp. And hopefully, oh, no, I broke the lamp. Oh, my gosh.
Well, we missed
no.
this part. We missed
Like,
this.
she must have known that would destroy him.
Yeah, but we missed this part before when all this talk about the BB gun and all and Ralphie's psyche. But when that lamp comes out, he loses himself and he starts to reach up for it. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
He gets his hand slapped away, but he's in the zone and he's going up to grab that curve at the top.
Uh-huh. Yeah, statue.
But it's weird because he's what? How old is he?
Statue. Gosh.
Well, either
what
way,
grade is he in?
Either way,
He's
is
supposed to
too
be about
young. but-
9. I don't know.
Yeah,
10.
but he's reaching up. But he's reaching up like his instincts knows what's to do.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
By then
He's
you're
kind of-
starting to get the idea.
Yeah, but he's
Yeah,
also
well,
kind of
you
like
know a butt when you
he's
see
also
one.
like a predator. He's like reaching up some lady's dress. Like that's his
Right.
instinct.
Well, it's a statue.
And maybe
It's
he's
not
not
a lady, it's a major
Well,
award.
no, but he's thinking.
distinction.
But he's viewing all women as his own major award.
Right.
You know, I think they might want to.
Yeah, but that lamp went alone into his living room. It should have known.
Hey, no, there you go. We're not.
I say let him crash.
I say let him crash.
Okay, no. That's not joke about. It's at the list. Like it's like the scene in the.
Can't we joke? Give us a short list of shit we could joke about.
No, here. Okay, it's like the list in the jerk
and
right
also,
now.
I was being ironical, obviously.
It's like we're creating that list in the jerk now. All I need is I don't need anything except this chair,
this chair,
and this thermos.
This thermos.
Yeah.
I don't need anything in this life but this chair, this thermos.
I don't need him.
No, you can't joke about. No, you're not joking about suicide. All right.
No.
And you're not joking about assault.
No.
All right,
No.
sexual assault.
I've been having this conversation obviously in real
Dan
life.
Dan was saying she knew what she wanted.
That was a joke,
but it was an obviously
Ralphie reaching up the
joking
leg
about the people that would say that. Come on,
right?
Well,
you see, you're getting into that territory now where I can't even talk about the subject of a thing, even though I'm on the right side of that subject.
Yes.
No. Yeah.
I think can we agree that there's a difference between a kid being overwarmed by the, the soft glow of electric sex and just kind of like making a tentative reach. There's a difference between that and assault.
No, we know what he was doing.
No.
He was
That's lamp blaming.
he was
right
he was reaching up.
I'm ashamed.
He was reaching up to a model. Obviously, it's a lamp leg, but he was reaching up as if he was slithering on the floor underneath the dresses. You know, and peeking up and reaching up.
It's a very slippery slope from one to the next.
It's like him going, that's that sound. Disgusting.
Well, he had his mom there, he had his parents there to slap his hand away.
He's like he's like a monster. Ralphie's a monster.
Mm-hmm.
It's fair to say that leg doesn't go all the way up.
It's true.
He's swearing. He's swearing in the toilet. He's saying "son of a bitch." Yeah, stupid crummy commercial.
Right.
And then he's too easily swayed by the glow of electric sex.
Like you've never been swayed by the soft glow of electric sex.
Bleh.
Who's going to throw the first stone here?
What was the first thing that you realized that you were like sexed up by? You know what I mean? Like, what was the first time you had a conscious thought of like, oh, mama, check that out, or whatever?
I think I may have said this on the show already when we were doing Caddyshack. I have this very strong image of Charlene Tilton from Dallas. And like back in those days.
She dropped the dress.
She dropped the dress. Drop. Yeah, it's a two-shot thing. You see the dress come off her shoulders, for like, in a sort of medium shot, and then like it pools around her feet in the next shot. You're like, oh,
classic
I can do
editing,
math in my head. That means she's naked. She's not wearing that dress anymore.
That's that network TV.
Holy smokes.
That's that network TV.
Yeah, late 70s. Yeah. That's about as much as they could do.
You just cut to them having a cigarette. Yeah. His clothes
Raquel
everywhere.
Raquel Welch on Mork and Mindy. She was like some sort of space princess. Oh. And that
was that before or after the Dallas? Is the question.
It might have been about exactly the same time.
Nothing like a space princess in Tom's world.
Yeah, she was buxom, and with that 70s hair, holy smokes! I don't know what I would have done if I had been in the same room, but I would have run around in circles. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop, and whoop.
It was that Cold War time. Feathered hair.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Be taken out by the Russians at any minute. Time was precious then.
Yeah.
I liked her in A Million Years BC.
Sure.
Yeah.
Fantastic Voyage. Wait, is that the one with the dogs, or are the people going to the person's body?
What?
With
Fantastic Voyage is
Donald
inside
Pleasance.
the body.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Donald Pleasance.
Is that what I said? Fantastic Voyage.
Was he the president in that movie too?
No, he's one of the scientists on the thing.
Yeah, I love Donald Pleasance. He's in the shittiest movies imaginable and some good movies.
Y'all the do.
Yo, a number one. I'll tell you what. While he was overacting in that scene from Escape from New York, when he was overacting in that, Snake's timer ran out. I'm sorry. That was bad. That was bad editing because he's waiting for the time, and he's only got like 5 or 6 seconds left on the timer.
Right.
But then he gets all like Shakespearean on and there. No, not wonder. Y'all the do. That's him firing the machine gun. That's him firing the machine gun. Y'all the
Starts
do.
farting on the dude. Gotta remember that part.
Y'all the do. Y'all.
It's like down his trousers.
I think he says it 3 times. Y'all ain't number 1.
He's fantastic.
What does he scream? Hey, what is it? What's that jumble that he says? You're number 1. Y'all the do.
It's so incredible.
Y'all the do.
I was just watching You Only Live Twice the other night with him as Blofeld.
Blofeld.
It's nice and creepy. Yeah.
He's great.
Blofeld. Bad guy.
I love him. I saw him in we're still talking about Donald Pleasance, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I saw him in a Mystery Science Theater episode recently called Warrior of the Lost World. I think I told you about this. It's one from where they, I think it's first 5 seasons, so it's Joel and not Mike Nelson. But it's Donald Pleasance is in this like futuristic world, and this guy rides around a motorcycle that talks like Kit, the car Knight Rider.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but the motorcycle has this sense of humor that's like really annoying and stupid. And it's an absolute classic, and Donald Pleasance is in it. Blam! You see Donald Pleasance, and you're like, whoa.
This thing is legit all of a sudden.
Yeah, this thing's got some chops.
Right.
He's in THX 1138, you know.
Oh, is he?
With Robert Duvall.
He's also in Escape to Witch Mountain.
Are you dead serious?
Yeah.
Wow, I don't remember that at all, but I believe you.
You know Escape from Witch Mountain, Escape to Witch Mountain? I can't remember if it's to or from Witch Mountain.
There's 2. There's like Return to Witch Mountain and Escape. I think the first one is Escape from.
Escape from Witch Mountain. Yeah,
Return
that's
They
the
never
one.
do find out which mountain, which is too bad.
No, and I do that
2
all the time
movies.
with Omaya's kids got really into it, and they're like, let's watch Escape to Witch Mountain. I'd be like, which mountain? And they're like, which mountain? And then we'd argue about that for 10 straight minutes.
They start swearing at you
like,
again?
just again.
You guys start swearing at each other?
Well,
I don't know why they wouldn't.
there's some effing and jeffing going on for sure.
No.
And like, and then like eventually you'd start
Jibber-jab.
talking about something else, dinner and all this other things, and then
Yeah.
I'd finally go, but none of this tells me which mountain, and it brings it back.
Kids are so goddamn easy.
Yeah,
They're so dumb.
yeah, dummies.
You can pull the same shit on them over and over again.
Yeah,
Do the same kind of stuff to them all through the picture.
yeah.
Are we done talking about Donald Pleasance? Oh, he's an excellent Columbo too, by the way.
All Columbos are excellent.
That's not. Should we just do a show about Columbo?
I was at no. I
Watch every
I
Columbo
won't.
episode?
No, I won't sign up for that one.
Really?
Yeah, that's not my
come
thing.
on, man.
It's not my thing.
Okay,
God,
well,
I
there's
I was
something
in
else with Peter Falk, maybe.
I was in a sushi restaurant the other day having some quick little bite, and they were playing. So they had the song that like kind of that theme song from Escape from New York. You know, that kind of like keyboard.
Oh yeah.
But it was it had like a backbeat to it. It was like it had like a hip hop beat to it.
Oh,
And it just
weird.
kept looping. It
Pretty
was
cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I saw him in concert
I don't know who
2
you're talking
summers
about.
ago. Yeah,
I have no idea who
John
you're talking-
Carpenter. John Carpenter.
Concert?
He wrote that music.
And he
was
gave a
he
concert.
toured with like the music of his movies. He just did like a tour and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of concert is that?
Sounds super dorky, and it kind of was, but it was really awesome.
Huh?
Yeah,
Sounds
it's
My
kinda-
nuts.
friend
Yeah.
Mark Heidemann.
Where did you see that?
Yeah.
It was in a place called New York City. It's like in a real theater and everything.
Was
All
it
right.
2 months ago? You said?
No, it's like 2 summers ago.
Oh,
Like the summer before this last one, I guess.
Huh.
It was very cool.
interesting.
I've
Yeah.
never seen Assault on Precinct 13. I've never seen that one still.
Was it like going to see
I
like
didn't see
Daft
it.
Punk or something? He's just sitting there behind his keyboard.
It was like him and a band, and they had like clips from the movies, going
Damn.
behind him and stuff, and it was a thing. Lots of the crowd looked exactly like you'd imagine. I think J.D. Harmeyer was at that show from the Howard Stern show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like they said the next day that he had
badass.
gone to that show.
Yeah.
That's right, to badass.
They play that dance music every time he comes around. It's so good. Oh, yeah. Those are the days.
Hey, Scut Farkus is back.
Scut Farkus. I love him.
The
Scut.
kids are back at school, and Scut Farkus shows up. I
Right.
love that his name is Scut Farkus.
Right. What do you think
I was like
Scut
you. I
is
thought it
short
was
for?
Scott Fargus. Scut. I don't know.
Scuttleton.
Scutworth.
Scuttworth. He's from the Philadelphia Farkuses.
On the good side.
On the good side.
Yana wanna. Oh, that's what he says. That's what he says. He goes, "You're number one."
Right.
That's what he says. He goes, "You're."
Did you say that a dozen times?
Yeah, he goes, "Yeah, you're a number one. You're the Duke. You're the Duke." And then he goes, "You're a number one."
He's pretty much emptied out by then.
Yeah, he just unloads the whole clip into him. And he had like, before he started that whole tirade, he had like maybe 10 seconds left on the timer before his capillaries are going to explode. And then he goes through that whole tirade, which is clearly about 45 seconds.
Yeah.
And then he has to flip the switch to bring him up.
Right.
And then the dude in the lab coat, I don't know why he's still wearing the fucking lab coat.
Just so you know he's a dude.
Has to zap him yeah.
Yeah.
And then he still looks at then he still looks at his clock, and he still has time because he's staring at it and waiting and breathing heavily.
Yeah.
Because he's waiting for it to make sure that it.
Well, it stops with like a second or something, right? Or something.
But the point was, he only had like 10 seconds before Donald Pleasance to the "You're a number one."
Right.
You're the Duke. You're the Duke. You're a number one. I just realized that you can't say "You're a number one" without immediately going "You're the Duke. You're the Duke."
Right. See?
Yo.
Now, is that something your daughters would say in the back seat? You would just be driving around saying "You're the Duke."
You're the Duke.
They would just pick up on that. Just
Yeah,
repeat
we used to do that. That's what we used to do. I said, "You're the Duke."
I know. That's how I became friends with you.
No, that was
just walking around going, "You're the Duke."
Yeah. No, that was I used to do the. No, I used to do the from Clockwork Orange.
Oh, sure. Yeah, you were saying that a couple episodes ago.
What was it? No, that was a couple episodes. That was way back.
Oh, I know.
Oh, I know.
Oh, with your daughters in the car.
Yeah.
I know. But it turned into that.
I know.
I love.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I know. Oh, shut up your hole.
Hotter than any flame of human fire.
Hotter.
Anyway, Flick is totally boned again. He's already had his tongue stuck to a thing, and then the kids ditch him so that he can get beaten up by Scut Farkus and his crony, whatever his name is. And he shows up with a black eye. It kind of sucks. He shows up in class with a black eye right up.
That was in those days.
Kimmy.
Yeah, you took a beating once in a while in those days. You don't have to worry about anybody pulling out a firearm.
And you went home.
I don't think I ever got like legitimately beaten up. Not that I'm complaining.
I think,
got beat up.
I mean, I think it should happen, Tom, at least once. And by me.
It's not too late.
Okay.
At least once. Everyone should get beaten up by Dan at least once.
I got beat up by some. I probably mentioned this before.
Have you been beaten up, Mike? I have by my sisters.
He's told about it on the show.
I said I got beat up by Lloyd Floyd.
That's right, Lloyd Floyd.
Wait, did we beep that last time? I forget.
Oh, no.
No, because that can't be a real name. You see, we're using code names.
It can't be a real name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're about
you got beaten up by a panda bear named Lloyd Floyd.
Yeah, we're about to start robbing proper.
Hear
that, folks?
You hear that?
We're using code
names. Yeah, Lloyd Floyd.
Yeah. I wouldn't make up names like that or Mr. Foghat. That's right from the.
That's true.
That's right from the the public record.
You have to
Lloyd Floyd.
Believe in these things.
God, Mr. Foghat. That's a wow.
A blast from the past.
It is. We were so young when we first learned about.
That'd
Mr.
be a great
Foghat.
band name if there wasn't already a band called Foghat and another one called Mr. Mister.
Those bastards.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Mr. Foghat. Foghat.
These broken wings. That was Foghat, right?
God damn it. You guys know.
Well, that was Mr. Mister.
To fly again.
That guy's nose was crooked.
What?
Fucking Mr. Mister guy.
The guy from Mr.
I hated Mr. Mister. Boy, that sounds awful. Just you singing that just there, that sounded awful.
Oh, thank you.
It's not your fault.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
and someone sat down
not,
and penned that song too.
Yeah, and then millions of people paid money to hear it more.
Yeah, it probably was from some like breakup, and the guy was all sad.
It's not my favorite, but I don't mind that one.
Really?
Yeah, it's okay.
That just sounds like the deepest pits of the 80s.
Yeah, it reminds me of a time, though, I think, when I was young. And
Frank Stallone's the deepest pit of the 80s.
Right.
Yeah, the pit's very deep and very wide, and there's a lot of room for a lot of people.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frank Stallone.
Frank Stallone. Why bother? There's part of this movie that I'm amazed it didn't scare me as a kid.
Yeah.
Like what?
Ralphie gets his theme back. He wrote this theme. He thought it was going to be his ticket to getting his Red Ryder BB gun. He wrote about how badly he wanted it, and he gets a C+. I think C+.
The mom. Yeah.
Yeah, like the image of the teacher and the mom as a witch and like a jester. I feel like that would have badly freaked me out as a kid. Like, oh my God, his mom is like with a witch and laughing at him. That's horrible. Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah, it's really creepy. And his mom is suddenly there, which gives it a nightmarish kind of quality. Like, why would his mom be there? And she's acting differently.
Yes.
But, like,
oh my gosh, you're hitting it exactly.
Yeah, like a lot of things in the movie, though, it does capture the kind of like nightmare that being a kid can be. I mean, it's at its scariest, it's way scarier than life now. Maybe not existentially so, but it's like scary just on a basic level. It's very scary, but then 10 minutes later, you could be fine.
Right, right. You just went through some nightmare where you were like, I don't know the rules of life. I don't know what I can count on. Maybe my mom's a jester now. I don't know. That's horrifying. But
creepy
then,
with those bells on the shoes.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Hear them coming up the stairs.
It grosses me out when shoes are pointy or curled up. Or I don't like a pointy shoe, or those like flats that women wear and they're very pointy.
Yeah.
And then
I guess so.
You can sort of see their like toes squished into the front of it.
Oh, yeah. It's like there's toe cleavage or something at the front of the shoe.
Yeah, toe cleavage is exactly what it is. And it's gross. I don't like those.
It's disturbing.
And it's not just women. Yeah. Whenever I see men with real pointy shoes or like they're like curled up in any way.
Yeah, like where did their toes go?
It grosses me out a little bit.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
You would never make it in the mafia.
You don't like those Sultan shoes?
Yeah, the Sultan. anything like that, and it's
Sultans or the Punjabis.
Well, yeah, it's not. It's not. Obviously, it's not culturally based. This disgust of mine, because anytime you have some Hugo Boss wearing dude going out to the club, and sometimes he's got those pointy shoes on it, and I'm just like, oh, get him away! Yeah. He's a witch. He's a warlock.
He's a jester.
Not natural. Did you ever have any reoccurring nightmares that would happen you just get the same one over and over again?
Yeah, tons of them.
Yeah, kind of. They're very generic, though, like zombies coming after me or something.
Yeah, that's a rough one, though.
Yeah. They're slow, but they just kept on coming. You could easily outrun them, but they just never stopped.
Mine are all... I had this one for years, on and off, where... I don't know the specifics because we didn't get into that. It was like all backstory. But I know that I somehow was involved in someone's death and had hid the evidence or somehow with somebody, like some friends or some people. And then like I was finding out that, they were, I don't know, putting up a building there or something and I'm about to get like this like deep fear of being, it probably doesn't take Freud to figure out what's going on there, but
yeah.
And I just felt that's going to be. I woke up and it took like 5 minutes to work out whether it was real. Like it was
my God.
So awful. I was a kid.
That's horrible.
It's all gone now, though.
Yep, you're fine.
Look at you. Soundly.
I used to have the same ending of every night. I would stretch, and it could be just a pleasant dream or a nightmare. But it all had the exact same ending, so I knew when it was like, I'm about to wake up now because this part of the dream is starting.
Wow!
Right, and it would always be Ross is like signing his name on the bottom right at the end. It's about.
So it's the credits.
Taking a bite of your almond chicken.
So this was like the rolling credits of my dream. It would always end where I'm laying down, so it's from my perspective, from my eyes. Mm-hmm. And then I would just start traveling down the stairs pretty fast, picking up speed. And I would turn the corner, and I would go through the kitchen, and I would turn the corner to the basement and start picking up speed just from a perspective view. And it would end, and it would be a gorilla down there,
Oh,
and it would just turn towards me, and our eyes would meet.
oh my
Oh
god!
And then
my
I'd wake
God,
up.
Mike.
It was
I
the
got
same.
scared just hearing about it right now.
too.
But it was.
Oh my god!
And it would just you would just hear
Brutal.
like this little like because obviously it's right about to rip me to shreds. But
All right.
but I would wake up just before that. But it was a stretch of time. Like it was I don't know. But it was like every night. It could have been
Oh
for
my
years. It
God.
could have been a week. I don't know. I'm not all Yeah, I have some struggles.
You should have gone to
You
bed
do.
and said, "I'm going to face my fears. Like I'm going to go down there and try and talk to it.
Maybe
Yeah,
that's
should've
what
gone to sleep in the
I'm gonna-
basement.
It knows how
I
to
know he's
ask
down-
for a Three Musketeers bar."
Yeah. It's like the Louis C.K. joke is I hope he doesn't do what I think he's going to do, what I know he's going to do. No,
Yeah.
it's so I could be like it could be like a baseball dream. Like I'm about to, I just hit the winning home run up. Here I go. Now I'm in my bed. Now here comes the perspective
Oh
going
my
around the
God.
corner.
Oh.
I'm about to wake up now any second now. As soon as I
As soon as I see that gorilla.
go through the darkness of the downstairs and there's a gorilla, he just turns right towards me. I'm gonna wake up, and I wake up calmly. I was like, oh,
Did it have
new
that
day.
calmly? Did it
Yeah,
have
I
that?
would wake up
Did
calmly.
it have that size? Could you sense? Was it realistic? Did it have that kind of like hulking size and that really like visceral sense of
No.
like this thing is big and scary and like making that breathing noise?
No, it was a costume. Because
Oh my
Oh.
god! I was going to make that joke.
it was
'cause I
Al
could
Franken
tell.
in the. It was Al Franken in Trading Places.
in Trading Places.
Right.
And no, because I could
Imagine my
see that.
embarrassment when I saw that someone else had the same costume.
So I would turn, and then I would see the eye holes. You could see that there was space there, and
Oh,
you saw
God.
like normal human eyes. But then it was like there's somebody dressed up as a gorilla in my basement every single night.
Yeah, that's not good.
So it was
man.
another layer of craziness.
Oh, Mike, I know you've had like the night terrors. Is that the one you're
Yeah.
waking up with the night terrors?
Yeah, well, thanks for broadcasting that live on over the airs. Yeah,
Yeah, how'd you make that logical leap from
Yeah. It's
called-
nightmares about gorillas in the basement to
Terrible.
night terrors?
well these
Weirdo.
these came before the night terrors, my friend.
You and I went to see
open up.
Pan's Labyrinth together, and you almost
No,
killed me.
No,
Like, thanks
'cause
a lot.
Let me tell you something.
I like
They're called
that
First of all, they're called parasomnias. And there's many different forms of them. I had the one where it's fright or when you have a night terror. Some people have paralysis where they can't move. I would
Yeah.
have the fight or flight mentality where I would
So you
just charge down the stairs.
Just start
Yeah,
screaming
start
and
bashing,
trying to punch
bashing.
the air.
Yeah. No, and
Find a
you're
gorilla
right,
to beat
Tom.
up.
We went to see that movie, and that was that one scene with the when the big feast was there, and the girl was told not to eat anything,
Yeah.
and that creature woke up. And I said,
Yeah.
I go, that's not cool. This is not cool at all. I don't like this one bit.
That's not cool.
This is not cool, and I don't appreciate being brought here. And,
Right.
Why'd you do this to me?
and I went home, and I had a hard time.
Oh,
and
no.
then I did some research, and and then it said that the what's that Del Toro, the director,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guillermo del Toro, suffered from
Yeah.
night terrors.
Oh.
Oh, really?
He was a sufferer because I was like, that figure is very familiar to me, and I don't like it.
Wow.
Like that whole kind of faceless, shadowy thing. And I'd read that
that's scary.
he suffered a long time with them. And I was like, yeah, great.
No, he shares it with the world.
Oh, the gorilla. It all ends with the gorilla. It was like the Stephen J. Cannell thing at the end of the A-Team. Maybe when he'd be typing at the typewriter and he'd pull the thing. That was like my end credits, like fading.
This is the end of Facts of Life. You just Mike getting mauled by a gorilla.
No, it never got to that. It was just the minute I started that descent, like it was from my perspective. Oh, I'm going down the stairs. I'm turning the corner. The show is ending. I'm about to wake up.
God, that's
Here
crazy.
comes the
Did it
gorilla.
get
Hey.
easier to deal with because you knew it was like coming? And it was like, there's a gorilla.
Yeah,
All
it
right.
was. But they're always like, oh yeah. Oh, geez, there he is, and I'd wake up,
Oh, God, that freaks me out.
and I could hear the sound. I was like, It was like the right before he was about to just go
God.
go into a. But it was a guy in there, so I didn't know if it was that's when I would get stabbed or that's when I would get. Or I
Wow.
just found out that somebody's hiding in my basement in a gorilla costume.
Oh, I would have a lot of dreams about like about space, like just being in the middle of space with nothing around me at all, and just having the sense of like, oh wow, if I fell, I would just keep going forever. Like there's nothing. I'm in the middle of nothing,
Yeah.
and I'm surrounded by nothing. And the one dream that I ever had where I actually like woke up like they do in the movies and like sat bolt upright sort of, like just like jolted awake like that badly. It was like I was in a rowboat at the end. It was a big long dream and everything was fine. But then at the end I was in this rowboat and I kind of dove over the side and I swam down and I found like a kid in a cage at the at the bottom of the ocean. Oh. And then something, I forget what the details, something just sort of like kind of like rushed at me like right at the very end. And I woke up like basically screaming.
Oh my God, that's
freaked me
right
out
there.
Yeah, see? A Christmas Story.
Yeah.
No. Long story short, that I think the Parkers are a very well-adjusted family.
Yeah, they're good.
I think so too.
Well-adjusted.
Yeah, if Ralphie actually ended up having night terrors, I think his mom would take care of it. She'd know just what to say. She gives Randy that glass of milk when he's under the sink. I know we're skipping ahead, but that's awesome. That's a fantastic moment.
Yeah, that's really good.
Dad's gonna kill
Ralphie.
And she just gives him a glass of milk and then closes the cupboard door and he just hangs out in there.
Let him be.
Sounds delightful.
Right. Don't mix any borax in with this.
Yeah, don't breathe too deeply of the lie.
Yeah, don't mix any borax or Clorox, but here's some Hydrox for your milk.
Wait, what Trox? Wait,
yeah,
Mom,
what? Well,
hang on. Wait, you said something about Trox.
I noticed when Ralphie was when they're at the mall waiting in line to see Santa Claus, he's dressed like, okay, so he has this like collared shirt and a really nice blue plaid tie, a dark cardigan, and this great kind of dark brown overcoat that's like a wool.
Yeah.
And he just looks great. You know what I mean? Like that's like if you went out like that, people would be like, "Whoa, you're looking smart today." You know what I mean? Like they would say, "What's the occasion?" But these are just kids going to the mall to see Santa Claus.
Yeah.
And I guess I don't care really, but part of me does sort of feel like no one, everybody just goes around in pajamas now.
Yeah. It is like I would not want to, like, I think Mike, you probably wear a suit, don't you? Do you wear a suit to work?
Depending on the situation.
Yeah, I mean, I've somehow skated through life without ever having to always wear a suit every single day to work. Like I've worn a suit to work maybe once, like one time, and I would never want to go back to that or have that happen. But yeah, there is something to be said for, I don't know, some element of spiffiness.
I wore a shirt and tie today.
I don't know.
Because I had some meetings, and because I was rushing home. I'm still in the shirt and tie.
Oh, sure.
I'm still in the shirt and tie right now, but I'm also in shorts. I got halfway changed, and I was grabbing the computer to log on.
Shirt's untucked. Sound hot?
Fuck you. Oh, fuck you. Here for your amusement or anybody else.
No. What are we? So are we at the mall? Are we getting to that part, or is that next time?
No, we're not at the mall yet. I want to talk about. There's an actually really sincerely incredible moment in this movie, where of filmmaking and mostly acting. Like Ralphie gets the crummy grade on this thing, and he's all feeling bad about it, and he's walking back from school, and there's like this long shot of Ralphie just walking, and it ends with him getting beamed right in the face with a snowball. Good. And Peter Billingsley does not flinch at all. There is zero indication that he's about to get hit in the face with a snowball. Great. He just takes it like an absolute champion.
Wow, that's really, really great.
And then he goes bananas and he beats the hell out of Scut Farkus.
That's great.
Crabble, rebel,
Monday noodle.
Monday noodle.
Oh, wow. He doesn't flinch at all, huh? I like that. Like, how did they...
Yeah, I recommend.
I wonder if they should have do that. They should have had him repeat what his dad was saying when he was fighting the boiler. So that way they could say I learned it from listening to you.
Yeah, as far as he knows, he did.
What was that drug commercial? Remember that anti-drug commercial where it is like the dad has the bag of drugs to the kid? It was like an after-school. It was just like a PSA. Like, where'd you get this? Where'd you get this? The kid's getting. The kid doesn't want to say it. He goes, "What are you doing with this? Where'd you learn this?" And he goes, "I learned from watching you. Okay." And then the dad just kind of and the dad just kind of gets all ashamed and don't do drugs.
He mentions that with the F -- word when he goes, where they say, "Where'd you hear that?" And he goes, "Now I heard that word at least 15 times a day from my old man."
Right.
Right.
It's kind of amazing to actually imagine Darren McGavin's character actually saying the F word. That's kind of crazy. I wanted to just say rag'em, sag'em, and frag'em and stuff.
Swear.
Monday noon.
It's great.
Yeah.
You know what I also love? When he gets in a fight and the toady, Scut Farkus's toady comes and tries to stop him, and he just decks him in the chest it's like a shotgun blast to his chest, and he goes falling back into into the snowbank.
Yeah. This tough bulldog kid who before was beating him up and everything, he's kind of like, hey, like kid, like almost like politely. Then he gets slammed.
It's so great.
Hey.
And all I can think, yeah.
Well, I mean, well adjusted and everything. I mean, here comes Melinda Dillon, and her son is cussing up a storm and beating the snot out of a kid, and she handles it beautifully. Takes him home, puts a cold washcloth on his neck for some reason. That sounds actually kind of nice.
She knows that he's upset, so he's already suffered enough, and so she softens the blow with the father by asking about the Chicago Bears in the paper. She says like, "Oh, I see they're playing Green Bay this weekend." He's like, I could have gotten tickets, but my friend got tickets, but he'll freeze his ass off out there." And
that's the kind of moment I'm thinking of with him, where he's not like a scary, weird crank. He's just like, he's having a nice time. Joking about freezing keisters and terror of the Midway. And,
Bullfrog.
Yeah. Bullfrog.
Yeah. What was his name again?
And I like the brother, too. Yeah. Brother backs him up.
He does.
Yeah.
Dad's going to kill Ralphie.
He thinks Dad's going to kill Ralphie. He also picks up his glasses and carefully takes care of them.
That's right.
He's been trained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He goes and gets the mom, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah. That's a good family.
Yeah.
I like them.
Yeah.
Wish I grew up in that family.
Yeah.
No idea.
Not the weird, screwed up one. Yeah.
I don't want to get into it.
Here's that parade you were talking about before. I mean, unless you want to talk about your screwed up family.
No, I don't.
Mike, go.
Well, today's a Monday, and that's my therapy day. I had therapy.
Oh, all right.
So, yeah.
Now, is it good that we get you right on the wings of the therapy, or is it better to get you before the therapy?
Well, we used to do it on different days. Now you get me. I can't get me before because I go right from work.
No, that's what I'm wondering is just, if we get you the day before therapy as opposed to right after the therapy, I want to know.
No, you might want to get me right before because I'm ready to go bananas. Go bananas con carne.
Oh, that's perfect then. Let's do it on Sunday next time.
Yeah, bananas. I'm about to go bananas Foster on everybody.
Right. You're about to go Oysters Rockefeller on this thing.
I'm about to go.
I like all foods with like a name in the second part. Clams Casino.
Oh, the Philadelphia Fosters?
Bananas Foster.
And you always you say the same thing. You always pair it with you're about to go crazy. I'm about to go Clams Casino on this son of a bitch.
Yeah. Right. I'm about to go Oysters
Bananas
Rockefeller.
Foster's, Oysters Rockefeller. Another one. We used to have a whole bunch of them.
They don't do it with everything though. Like they don't do it with the Cobb salad. They don't say salad Cobb. Doesn't sound right.
Yeah, you're right.
Bob Cobb.
Bob Cobb. Yeah. Cliff Cobb. His father invented the Cobb salad.
He didn't invent the salad. No, he did.
Well.
All
right.
Hey, listen. Well, where are we leaving off here?
Hey, listen. We're leaving off. He's just realized he's laying there feeling bad about himself, and he realizes, oh my gosh, we're gonna go see Santa tomorrow. He's my ticket to the Red Ryder BB gun. Right. The big man, the head honcho, the connection. I think he calls him the connection.
The connection. That's kind of awesome. That's great.
Santa.
You got a connection in Pittsburgh. Hey, this is.
Yeah.
So we're stopping before the parade. Then we're gonna go with the Higbee's parade next time.
Unless you want to get into Higbee's,
do whatever you want.
I mean, the whole Santa thing is kind of a big deal.
Oh,
we got like one more of these in us.
Oh,
Well, let me just say about this crazy parade. The parade is weird.
Yeah.
This is an MGM movie, so I can understand them having Wizard of Oz characters in it. But there's also Mickey Mouse, and I grew up with the magic of intellectual property lawyers and cease and desist orders and things, and you'd never see Mickey Mouse ever in anything that was not 100% Disney. So I don't know what he's doing in this movie.
Well,
Or why he's hanging out with Wizard of Oz guys.
Notice, Tom. I don't know what to make of it.
It's just weird.
Because I think that's
weird.
the way parades were back then. They would just throw everything in there.
Yeah, but the movie was made in 1983. Like, how'd they swing that?
I'm talking about the period of the time.
I know.
I think maybe it was very commonplace to see Wizard of Oz and Mickey Mouse on a parade.
You're probably right. But still, how do they film that and get it into a movie legally?
Because they're saying, because it's a period
permission.
piece. And they probably got permission.
Yeah.
It would seem so.
Yeah,
I'm just surprised.
There's no way you're going to be able to use Mickey's likeness without permission, though. It's not going to happen.
Right. I guess so. I guess I'm just surprised they got permission. Maybe that's all I'm saying.
Oh.
What do you got to do?
Not a hard thing to do. You just lay the money down.
Excuse me.
All right, I noticed something very odd, and it's like the nitpicking kind of level stuff from when we back in the old Caddyshack minute days.
Oh, sure.
Ralphie and Randy are standing there looking up at Santa, and the mom and the dad come along and they go, "Well, how you doing?"
Yeah.
A girl walks by who has an identical tongue injury.
Oh my God! I just paused right
Do you
on
see that? She's been licking the frozen pole outside the school.
Incredible.
So that's the way they're saying that it's an epidemic.
Yes,
that is hysterical.
Yeah. Now, what could that be? She's sticking out her tongue. She's got a bandage on it. What could it be other than an identical Scott Schwartz?
No, it's their way of making a little joke.
Yeah.
And
we are
awesome.
probably the
like
first
every kid
people
in the movie
to
should
ever
have
notice
that.
it.
You're good.
Yeah, thank you.
You're good at a Christmas story.
Thank you.
Wow.
They're showing you that it was the style of the time.
Yeah, right.
Everybody was.
Wait, here she comes again.
She must have got double dog dared, triple dog dared.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Old man don't know beans.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
All right,
guys wearing a
beans
nightcap.
about bandaging a tongue. Oh, did you see on the listeners' hole? Oh, I'm not gonna forget. Judy, I think listener Judy gave us a pointer about we were trying to figure out how the tongue got stuck to the. Did you see that?
Yes.
Yeah, the suction cup.
Yeah, it was like a vacuum sort of apparatus thing in the pipe, in the tube.
What a tidbit.
It was covered with plastic, so he wasn't going to freeze there, but it was kind of sucking on his tongue.
Yeah, because we were wondering,
incredible.
how the hell is that possible?
I was fully prepared to believe that they just like, well, okay, your tongue is going to get stuck to this metal because that's what happens, but you've got a team of filmmakers here who will carefully and safely get it off. You don't worry about it.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it looks like. That's amazing, though.
They
Good
did
for them.
A fantastic job. It's indistinguishable from a frozen tongue.
It is.
Yeah.
But I still can't.
It's one of the best effects
I still
I've ever
can't.
seen.
Going back to that scene, I still don't. I never could understand why Ralphie was all hot and bothered, sitting in his chair. Well,
I think you were misreading it. I think you're.
No.
I think you're. He's not bothered. He's not angry. He's upset. He's scared.
Yeah.
No, I think he's bugged because the attention's on someone else, and he's not going to be able to think about his theme or something. I don't know. Something.
I don't know. Dan, you gotta.
I'm with you there, Tom. I think he's just vaguely upset. Can't bring himself to go to the window. Doesn't even want to look at it.
Yeah. He's
because
sort of
the
not playing it well.
attention's not on.
He should go to the window like everybody else.
Right.
Because they're ruining it. They're ruining the perfect, atmosphere for his theme to get his gun.
Right.
I don't know. Did he even get that assignment yet? I don't even know.
I don't know, but you guys can go fuck yourself times two. Both
Yeah, you're
of
not too good at this movie. Dan's finding bandaged tongues and Higbees, and you're just making stuff up. I think it's shameful.
Go fucking hang out with him then. I don't give a shit.
Right.
All right. I like you both very much.
Y'all number one.
You know what I'm going to start using instead of skeletons in the closet? I'm going to start using gorillas in the basement.
God. Yeah.
I bet that
Somehow
guy's got a few
this
gorillas in his basement.
Yeah, I think that's the title of this episode.
Yeah, gorillas in the basement.
Yeah. I can't tell you how long or how many weeks it was, but it was at the end of every dream. That's what happened.
God.
Oh.
Whether
it was like, how old were you?
I was because I was very young because I don't remember anything about that apartment that we lived in.
Oh, okay.
Or that townhome, but I remember that path from my bed,
yeah,
all the way down to where the stairs were to the basement because of that.
Well, you did
It was
it
like
twice every day, like in your dreams and in real life.
Right.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I would, but it was it could be a well-adjusted dream about anything.
Oh.
It's like, oh, here I go. I'm going down the stairs. The dream's about that. I'm waking up any second now.
Oh, boy.
Oh, there's the
Last
gorilla
thing I
right
want to
there.
see is
There
a
he is.
gorilla in the dreams. If there's a
Yeah,
gorilla
really.
in my dream, I want
it
us
was
to
a-
be calmly picking termites out of each other's back and eating them like
Yeah,
friends.
but it's not. But it was more frightening. It was a guy in a gorilla suit.
Yeah,
So what
it's
kind
almost
of
worse.
Yeah.
what was what
What
I wonder if you were young
malfunctions
enough
was
that was your understanding of gorillas.
Yeah.
That they were just people in suits.
what manner of man are we
I
talking
don't
about?
give a shit about. I don't give a shit about that. I was more worried about there was somebody in the basement in a gorilla
Yeah.
suit.
Right.
Boy, that's weird.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's very weird.
I don't like it. You've scared the
Yeah.
audience. Now
and your
nobody likes
friend,
Christmas
and guess
anymore.
what? You're friends with this weird.
No, that's true.
Well, you don't
That's
hang
true.
out.
I choose to have you in my life.
That's true. you don't.
Very tangentially in my life, let's be honest.
Come on.
Hey, this is-
We're just talking before the show. We got hard theoretical plans for soon.
Hard out at 10:15. I'm done. Close
look
it
at
up.
that.
all right.
It's 10:15, everybody. Adjust your clocks. Whatever you think the time is, it's actually 10:15 at night.
Yeah.
So everyone go to bed. Have dreams of sugar plums and things, and think about what you want to ask Santa for, because we're going to see Santa next time. This is going to be our last episode of covering Christmas Story. This next
That
one.
was
we're
fast.
gonna
Didn't
do.
take a year and a
We got a lot
half.
to cover that next time.
It did not take a year and a half. When you do it in much bigger chunks, it breezes
Let's
by
do it next time.
in almost 2
Yeah.
hours. But listen.
And I will probably
you all.
be in India next time we record.
Oh, that'd be
Listen.
fantastic. Hey, listen. And please go. Honest, in all sincerity, go to. If you like the show, let the world know. Go to iTunes, subscribe to us, give us some stars, give us a nice review. Helps people find out about us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nice thing. Visit us on the Movie Hole at the Movie Hole Listeners Hole on Facebook. Check us out. Join us.
Yeah,
chat
do
with
what
us.
you want.
Where were you to tell us about the vacuum tube sucking on a tongue?
Ba ba
It could've
ba
been
ba
you.
ba 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 ba. Carrying on. Ba 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 ba. Huh?
All right, Dan's got a heart out.
Hey, right
We
back
all
at
have a
you,
heart
buddy.
out. Welcome
Yeah.
to the heart out.
Get bent.
Gonna go now.